What is up, A team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. So yes, we're going to continue to talk about XRP because XRP is probably one of the most valuable cryptos in the cryptocurrency market right now. Again, my personal opinion, just because you can look at the chart, you can look at everything that it's done. And right now, to me, it's the most valuable crypto. So we're going to continue to talk about this. And as you can see over the year marker right here, this goes back. I mean, we're looking back at November of last year, right before the election here, where XRP was sitting around 51 cents, a little bit lower than that. And this thing shot all the way up to where it was up here at $3 and almost 30 cents right here. And this thing is still up 400% on the day. I mean, we're 400% over the year. And what's crazy about this is it's still one of the strongest charts in crypto right now. I truly believe that. And I'm not the only one that believes this, but there's a lot of people out here who believes that the real surge hasn't even started yet. So if you think that November was kind of where the surge started, and again, that could have been where it started, but we haven't even started the actual pump of XRP yet. And so some people are already believing this. Some people will think like, okay, you guys are overhyping XRP, but there's just a lot going on with XRP and the potential where XRP could actually go. It says the Ripple affiliated token has managed to bounce from the bottom of the price range that has been stuck for a substantial period of time. As we guys know, the 50-cent range was kind of where we were stuck. You can go back and look at the history of XRP literally over this period right here, and it was stuck for almost what is that? From 2022 all the way to 2024, we were stuck at this 50-cent mark for quite some time. And now we've had this rally or this relief right here, which has been phenomenal, right? So we have been stuck there for quite some time. And even if you want to go back and look at it this year, we've been stuck at this level around anywhere from like the 225 marker, right on average 225. We've been stuck here for almost 6 months. So again, stuck at another level. So does that mean that we're going to take the next step up? And I think a lot of people are thinking that, yeah, we're going to actually have a massive increase here. It's just a matter of how far this can go. Some people think that we're going to get to $7. Some people think that we're going to get to $20. And some people think that we're going to get to $100. So there's price ranges across the board. And there's a lot of people out there who are in the bear still thinking that we're going to get back to 50 cents or that XRP is worthless. But for the most part, you can come back and say that with Paul Atkins now coming in here, he came out today and said that today is a new day at the agency, ending the enforcement first tactics and pledging a fit for purpose crypto rules. And who benefits the most from this? It's going to be XRP. XRP is going to benefit the most because now they're going to be able to do what they came here to do. And that's to establish cross-border payments with institutions and not have any restrictions that are going to hold them back or do what the SEC did and completely deflate them for the last, almost 3 years now sitting around this 50-cent mark. Well, the SEC completely obliterated everything that XRP and Ripple tried to do here. So now Paul Atkins officially comes out and says a new day has come and we're going to be taking the next step forwards. And I honestly am so excited to just for the entire crypto, not just XRP. I mean, obviously I hold some significant portion of XRP. I've been holding it for a long time. So excited about that. But across the board, cryptocurrency is going to do phenomenal, right? And again, one thing I want to point out here, though, and this is the reasons why I know the XRP hasn't got to the full surge of where we think it's going to go. And these are the top 5 cryptocurrency blockchains in terms of volume being done on their platforms over a 7-day span. You can see Solana, Ethereum, BSC, Base, and Arbitrum. These are your top 5. And if you go back and you actually kind of look at where XRP is at right now, they're sitting around roughly a 14 million in terms of volume on their blockchain, meaning that we haven't even tapped into the XRPL yet. So like as much as XRP is doing all this stuff, or I meant Ripple's doing all this stuff with everything they got going on, there's a whole blockchain that people are going to be launching things on. I mean, we saw when the height of XRP came out here, this was doing well over almost $1 billion in terms of total market or in terms of total volume back in January, right? December and January when all these things were ripping, when Phoenix was ripping, Army was out here ripping. There's a lot of these cryptos that were added to this. And again, more meme coins are going to come over to Ripple. Meme coins rule these blockchains. I'm going to be honest with you. As much as I don't talk about meme coins or anything like that, a lot of this volume is because of meme coins. Just realize that there is a value to the meme coin craze that's out there. And that meme coin craze will come over here to the XRPL at some point and cause this entire blockchain to rise, which will increase the value of XRP. And that will continue to rise along with all the other things I got going on here. And so to me, as much as people say, well, they're not in the top 5, so that's not really bullish. Well, to me, that just goes to show you how much this can actually expand. Right, we're not in the top 5, meaning that we still have so much room to grow because, as you guys know, I mean, just having the smart contracts being launched on XRP is fairly new. It's not a lot of these like Solana, Ethereum, BSC. Those are been around for a long time. Well, the smart contracts got added to allow XRP to allow XRP to launch meme coins on the XRPL. And so that's where it got exciting. And now we're starting to sort of see that. So to me, this is more bullish because this means there's so much room to grow to get. Imagine if there's 5.719 billion, which is the top 5 blockchain being accumulated here on the XRPL. You can tell me that would be literally almost like, I mean, if we're doing 14 million, I mean, that'd be like almost a what, 100x from where we're at right now. I mean, in terms of volume coming through here, just imagine what that would do for the XRP price if you introduced over, literally, anywhere from 50 to 100 times the volume of where it's at right now. It'd be insane. It'd be absolutely insane. So that's what excites me the most. And I think that this article right here really proves to me that we really haven't seen a surge yet. Because imagine when the XRP does, imagine when the meme coin craze hits the XRPL, it's going to be insane. And eventually it will. Eventually there will be a bunch of projects launching on there that will bring a lot of value to XRP. I'm just putting it out there right now. Again, I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I have a feeling that there's just a lot of positive momentum going towards it because of things like that. So we don't talk about that. We talk about ETFs. We talk about, RLUSD. We talk about acquisitions. We talk about the IPO for Ripple, but we don't actually talk about the other side of the blockchain here, where there could be a lot of volume being added, which again, go back and look at the numbers that were out there in January and December of this last year. And you'll see that there was actually a significant amount of volume on the blockchain. I think I remember logging at one point, it was like 250 million in a day, which was really, really crazy. I mean, we were hitting in the $3 range, up to the 350 range for XRP. And that will come back. And when that comes back, I think we're going to hit new heights, new levels, and probably see even more volume come in. One thing I wanted to point out here, I go back to the charts here all the time when it comes to XRP. And again, one of the most resilient charts out here. You can see this is the pump right here. This is where we're at. This is like a huge bull flag to me. I mean, like, look at this flag. Look at this. This is like super bullish right here. But we're starting to rally back out here to the 255, just slightly below it. XRP is coming down pretty hot right now, down to 243 right now. It's come down. It's definitely coming down pretty hot at the time of this filming. But the good thing is that there's lots of levels of support in here. And really, I said anywhere from 255 to 245 is kind of this area that it's going to bounce down to, and then hopefully create the next leg up. And that's what I'm hoping we see here in the next couple of days, if not, in the couple of weeks. Because if you want to actually look at it on a weekly side, the day chart's definitely going to pull back down here. But if we want, or that's the hour chart. If you want to look at the day chart's going to pull back down here. We're already over purchased right here. So this is going to come probably back down to at some point. But the weekly is looking phenomenal. So this is where I get super bullish with XRP. I've shown this multiple times on the channel here, and I'll probably continue to get bullish over this. So we have a lot of room to grow here on the weekly chart here, and the RSI is looking phenomenal. So as much as the daily trades might be up and down, look over the week, and we'll continue to probably ride this up. Hopefully we get back into the $3 range sometime in the next week, maybe week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And we'll all be super pumped, right? That's really where everyone's going to get excited, because the majority of people, or actually say a lot of people, at least here on the channel, bought it at $3, which is kind of shocking, right? And but a lot of them have DCA'd their way into positions, so kudos to anyone that did that. But like I said, back to the point, we still have so much room to grow here with XRP and XRPL. It's not even like we haven't even touched the surface yet. And so I do think that we haven't even started with everything, because we haven't even launched the XR. We haven't even launched the spot trading for ETFs. We haven't even allowed for XRP to fully operate like they wanted to as a cross-border payment system because of the SEC, and that lawsuit's still going. So once that lawsuit's away and they can actually start operating, that's another big thing. You got the crypto regulation coming out here. That's going to be huge. And then on top of that, you're going to allow the XRP to grow in terms of volume. So there's just so much going for it, dude. And I know I continually hype up XRP, but I just think that there's a lot going for it, and it wouldn't be the number 3-4 ranked crypto if there wasn't a lot of support around it. So we do know there's a lot of support, and those are the communities that you want to be behind, is the XRP army, because they're always here, always showing up, always showing out, and always talking about one of the best assets in crypto. So that's where I'm at. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you believe that the price could be different, or maybe you believe that the surge is not here yet, or maybe you already think that we surged and we're going to go backwards, I don't know. But please put your comments, questions, or concerns down below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And with all that said, we're out. Peace out, everyone.